rank that in like the top 5 movies.
Really?
Yes, I just like the
It's gotta be the weirdest fucking thing I've ever heard. It's like, what's your favorite movies? Clueless, Legally Blonde, Mean Girls, Sex and the City, and Amadeus. Hey everybody, welcome back to Dom Talks Movies. Today's a very special episode, obviously, because we have a special guest, first guest on the show, my beautiful fiance, Celina of Celina's Interests. Thanks for coming in to the studio, and it's really great to have you. I'm really excited to talk to you about some movies, because that's what we do here. We talk about movies. We're not talking about music or TV or radio, it's movies. It's Dom Talks Movies. If you don't like it, door's probably in that direction.
The unsubscribe button's down there.
Yeah, well, don't do that, don't do that. I mean, obviously, I grew up with movies in a certain way, and I'm sure that's very different than the way that you were raised with movies.
Yeah.
So, just give me a brief understanding of, I guess, your relationship with movies growing up.
We did not really go out to the movies growing up. We as kids we would have our favorite special movies that we would watch 5 times in a row, and then of course we have the Disney Channel movies that were always playing something new every month, and we were obsessed with those. But as a family, we didn't really go out and see movies. My dad did pay-per-view. Also, it was really expensive. In my family, there's 6 of us, so yeah. For a night out to go to the movies, and then everybody wants popcorn, they want some soda, and then if it's at nighttime, what are you gonna do for dinner? It was, you know, tough. And then not only that, we lived probably a good 20 to 30 minutes away from the movie theater, so all of that kind of just, we didn't really go, but for Thanksgiving, we would go to a movie. Yeah.
So did you guys rent a lot of movies?
Yeah, so we definitely rented a lot of movies. My dad was the first guy. When Netflix first came out, we definitely had our subscription to that. We did go to Blockbuster, but we didn't really go that often. I don't really feel we rented movies that much, but it was always pay-per-view on DirecTV.
It's more convenient.
Yeah, it was more convenient that way, yeah.
I know that it's a shitty question,
okay.
But I'm gonna ask the obvious question. What comes to mind when someone asks you what's your favorite movie?
I guess just Goodfellas, because I've been thinking about Goodfellas. I've been thinking about Goodfellas
I know.
All day today.
But we have to make it clear that she did not watch Goodfellas until she met me.
No.
So this has been your favorite movie for 5 years.
Yeah. Okay. And let me give you the rundown on how Goodfellas became my favorite movie. Dominic's stepmom and I were supposed to go out one day and go shopping while he was at work. And then I put on Goodfellas and just stayed in his room and watched it. And then that's when I fell in love with the movie. I'm I can't go. And then at the end, I'm do you want to go shopping for the next 15 minutes?
Well, I mean, I would probably choose Goodfellas over shopping, in every situation.
Yeah.
It really warms my heart that you've taken such a liking to that movie, because I've mentioned it probably in every episode so far that Goodfellas is my ride or die.
Yeah.
That's a perfect movie to me, so it's really nice that you appreciate it.
Well, and I think for Goodfellas, I know we're, this isn't just one movie, we're gonna talk about it type deal, but for Goodfellas, my favorite thing in the world to do is we have our chill days. And on some of these chill days, I do really big cooking days, and I'll cook something really nice, and it's slow cooked, and I just spend all day in the kitchen just doing all that. And I love to put Goodfellas on in the background. I call it a Goodfellas day.
It's a beautiful day.
Okay, I do just love movies just in general for the different things that they offer. For example, I love Mamma Mia, and it just gets me really excited, and gets me in a really, really good mood, because you just sing along, and it's just dancing, and you're just having a great time. And then I really love Clueless, And today I actually watched Legally Blonde because YouTube like was streaming it live today.
Yeah, that's something that should be said. YouTube is like released all these free movies and they just have some ads in there. It's really cool.
No, it's so awesome. And of course, like I'm one of those people that actually do love ads a little bit when it comes to like long movies or like stuff that you see like every once in a while, and or movies that you've seen but you're going back to see, and the reason being is that, you know, you can get up and you can do something.
Yeah.
But like Legally Blonde, I watched that movie today and I felt like so empowered. I'm like, I'm a girl and I can work and do anything and achieve anything that I want.
Yeah, no, you can. I mean, so like we do watch movies together, but we've gotten into this habit of just putting on some filler, which is like Friends or the cooking shows, you know, things you don't really have to pay too much attention to. But we did actually watch a movie the other day, Burnt.
That movie was good.
Yeah, it was actually a really good movie. It's been out for like 3 years now and just finally got around to watching it. But Bradley Cooper and
so good. I cannot believe like how talented Bradley Cooper is. I mean, come on you guys, like I feel like he has like a really big range. I mean, we haven't really seen him like too crazy, like bottom of the barrel, like reaching down into the depths of his soul.
He's never played like a heroin addict or anything.
Yeah, but I guess like in Burnt he kind of did.
Oh, he
was
did,
like,
actually.
Yeah, he did.
Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert. But he was like more in recovery than anything, and I thought that was like a really good movie. And then
there was a scene, and I'll probably include it right after I mention it, that I really liked, and I think it was more of like an acting exercise because this guy's like a trained thespian. Like he was on Inside the Actors Studio as a guest. Like he was in the film school, and he asked a question to Sean Penn in one of the episodes. So he's obviously like really into his craft, and I feel like it really came out in the scene where he tried to put the plastic bag over his head, and his friend just kept on trying to stretch it off. And it was like
that was
it was funny, it was warm. It was disturbing. It was like all these things at once, but he was so good at it.
It was insane.
It was a really cool scene.
So what about it makes you think it's an acting exercise?
Well, no,
like,
it's part of the scene. It's part of the narrative for sure, but like to act that way, like I'm sure a lot of that is not scripted. It's more like get crazy, like you're on the like you've relapsed. You're like trying to like reach out to somebody. Like he went to his friend's kitchen, so he's like trying to reach out, like trying to get some sort of support and like just see what happens. Like I can't imagine they said like, let's spend 5 minutes with this bag over your head.
I don't know. I thought maybe you were like, oh, it's an acting exercise, and I thought like maybe it was like a way to warm up. And I'm like, okay, Dominic, you think every actor out there like goes around putting a bag on their head to like warm up?
I do. No, the only acting exercise I ever do before doing something is lion face, lemon face. You know?
No.
It's like lion face, lemon face, ooh.
No way.
That's an acting exercise.
Okay. That is like.
Roll the clip that I'm referencing the movie. This is from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Lion face, ha! Lemon face, lion face, ha! Lemon face. Break it down.
This is probably way over your head.
Oh yeah, way over my head.
But while we're on the subject of Kevin Smith, he is a big fan of Batman, and you are a big fan of Batman and Robin. What is it about George Clooney, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Uma Thurman in Batman and Robin that just really gets you going?
It's the nipples.
Yeah, well, it is.
What it really is like the attention to detail, for one.
What do you mean?
The nipples. And then also like how they make it like really comic booky, and you're really like that pow, wow, bam, and it's really like eccentric, and it's like, I wouldn't even say it was cheesy because I don't even feel like the movie's cheesy. I personally don't feel like the movie's cheesy. I think it's exactly what it is trying to be. It's a comic book into a movie, and you have all the bright colors.
Yeah, it's very bright.
It's I get a lot of movies mixed up too. So, correct me if I'm wrong,
Go for it. That
in Batman and Robin, one of the parts I really like is when they're all like dressed up in the glow in the dark paint, and they go into like that city, like underground world.
Fight.
Yeah.
That's Batman Forever.
Oh, I like that one too.
I think it is. If it's not, I'll put an edit at the bottom.
I thought Riddler was in that.
He is.
So is he in Batman Forever?
He's in Batman Forever. Batman and Robin is Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy.
Okay. See, some of this I get a little mixed up on.
That's fine. They kind of blend together
Yeah.
after a while. Well, especially Batman Forever and Batman and Robin are very similar, like, stylistically.
Oh, and by the way, that's the only Tim Burton movie I like.
Okay, so Batman and Robin is not Tim Burton.
What?
It's Joel Schumacher. So, like, Tim Burton did Batman and Batman Returns. Batman Returns had Catwoman.
I need to stop talking.
Joel Schumacher did Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Sorry,
what did Tim Burton do?
He did the first two, Batman and Batman Returns.
Okay, I like those ones.
Those are good too, but they're all very different, right?
I like all the early Batman movies.
Either way, those movies are good in their own right. I've said for a while now that Batman and Robin is kind of like a modern version of the campy, like, Adam West Batman, where, like you said, like, pow, zing, like, if it was updated for modern audiences but still keeping that camp factor, it's a great movie.
And I think, like, that's, like, my biggest problem when it, like, comes to, like, superhero movies is, like, they're super boring. Okay, and let me tell you why.
What?
Okay, the reason why they're boring is there's no dialogue. The dialogue is like 10 minutes. Like, the entire movie for any superhero movie is probably 20 to 30 minutes. There's not, and it's only like explaining like why the character exists. Like, I get that, but there's like really like no juice about them. And also, it's just fighting the whole time, and it's just like loud and it's obnoxious, and you're like...
I can't disagree with that.
Yeah, what do you mean?
I mean, no, that's what it is. There's a lot of fighting, there's a lot of explosions.
It's just too much. And I've always said this, like, I want like a girl style superhero movie, and I'm not talking about Wonder Woman, and I still haven't seen Wonder Woman, and I'm probably never gonna see Wonder Woman.
Boring!
The reason behind it is like I want like kind of more like that rom-com like in the background. Well, that's the reason why like I love Deadpool. I love what's that one where the guy is dressed up like Batman and she calls the guy daddy?
Oh, Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell are you watching? But I know what you're saying, that superhero movies nowadays have like kind of adhered to like a specific formula.
Yeah.
That it's gonna be like they're trying to like I mean, they're trying to make money at the end of the day, so they're gonna do what works. We are lucky now that people can take more of a gamble, that maybe somebody will make your romantic comedy superhero movie, however that might look. I don't
I'm probably
really know.
gonna have to make it.
Do you have any memories of like going to the movie theaters for the first time, or like when you were just really young, when it was still like kind of magical?
I don't think the movies has ever been a magical place for me. Nothing about it's ever been magical.
Wow.
Like, sorry.
Profoundly disappointing.
No, I mean, I remember going into the movies, and of course, like I remember seeing like 101 Dalmatians on Thanksgiving. I remember seeing like the Muppets movie. And I've seen like Bug's Life, like all those like when we were like really young. But like, oh, Godzilla, like Godzilla was really cool, like the Matthew Broderick one.
I saw it in theaters, I was really excited for that.
Yeah, but no, nothing about it was ever magical. Nothing. It kind of felt like a chore to go.
Well, there's a lot of you.
Yeah, and also like I was active. Like I wasn't the kid that you found every day after school sitting on the couch watching movies or watching TV. I was playing sports, I was hanging out with my friends every day. I was very social. I didn't want to be home. And
I mean, that's probably a good thing overall, to be more social and be more active like that, as opposed to like, I pretty much had the opposite childhood. I was like, no, I'll just sit and watch a movie because movies never let you down.
Oh,
just kidding.
gosh.
No, I had friends. I had like 2 friends. Is it not true that your favorite movie is Amadeus?
Okay. I would have to like rank that in like the top 5 movies.
Really?
Yes, I just like the
It's gotta be the weirdest fucking thing I've ever heard. It's like, what's your favorite movies? Clueless, Legally Blonde, Mean Girls, Sex and the City, and Amadeus. Weirdest thing I've ever heard.
And Batman and Robin.
One day I came
Oh, and
home.
Homeward Bound.
That's random.
No, it's not.
Well, just from what
it's
we were...
like childhood.
Okay, that's a good movie. But it was weird because one day I came home from work and she's watching Amadeus, and I've seen Amadeus, but like, she's definitely never saw Amadeus before that. And I'm like, well, why are you watching Amadeus?
I was like, shh, 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 shh.
Hold on, he's about to do something. It's just so random because it's like, why are you watching this and why are you enjoying it? Like I thought I was being punked. I really did. I was like, are you fucking with me?
I think I'm being punked by like your distaste in it.
In Amadeus?
Yes,
oh,
it's
I love
good.
That movie.
It's
I
so
agree.
good.
No,
so
I'm
then
not
why did you
saying
think
I don't
I
like
was?
it.
Then why do you think I was punking you?
Like I said, when you watch movies like Legally Blonde and Mean Girls and Clueless, and then you throw Amadeus into the mix, you have to question your reality.
Those are not like my main staples of watching though. Those are not like, when's the last time you've seen me like watch Clueless?
Just because I haven't seen you watch it lately doesn't mean that's not one of your favorite movies.
Do you think, right.
It should be, it's a good movie.
It is a really good Okay, I think what I really like though is time period pieces. I think that's how we should say it, is like time period pieces. Like what is it? There's so many movies I can never remember the name of. But like Dominic has like, Dominic knows. Okay, so, as Kristen Dunst in it.
Marie Antoinette.
Yes. Love it!
Alright, well, that concludes another episode of Dom Talks Movies. We freaking did it again. 5 episodes now. Could you believe it?
No.
I gotta use 2 hands to count how many episodes we have from this point forward. No, this point forward. Sorry about her. Anyways, thank you for being my first guest. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for talking to me about movies. I know we talk about it all the time, but now we're just filming it. I talk about it all the time.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't talk about it. Most of the time I like don't even know what he's saying. I'm like, you have to be like, Celina, I'm about to talk, and then I'll pay attention.
Celina, I have a proposal for you. It involves me talking about a new movie I just saw. Would you like to engage? No. Moving on. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you guys are just complete disagreement about every movie we talked about, you know, write in the comments right down there. And yeah, we want to hear from you, you know? I want to know what your favorite movies are. I want to know if you think that my taste in movies are complete crap. I want to hear it all. So, like and subscribe. Comment below. We'll see you next time.